Question of the day. Now, this is a question I didn't think I'd ever get to ask because didn't think it was going to happen, but what is your favorite streaming property that now has a board game? Because now you've seen me cover quite a few Netflix properties lately with Squid Game and Stranger Things, and now we're covering Ozark. Now, this is a game, it's a dark show, right? We tried watching this show and it's like, oh my gosh, everybody's so bad and there's nobody to root for. Like in Breaking Bad, you're like, come on, Jesse, pull the nose up. Don't be a loser. Win this thing and turn your life around. And this, you're like, oh my gosh, everyone is just real bad. So it's a dark show, but I'm interested in the concept of the money laundering, all that stuff. It's a fascinating crime show. But today you're playing a game in which you were going to try to launder the most money or wash the most money or stash the most money. I'm curious why it doesn't use the term in the instruction booklet, and it might be some sort of thing. I don't know, but you're stashing money, not washing it, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, this is a game in which you're playing a majorities kind of area control game in which you're gaining money and then hoping to wash it and make it look clean in the system so that you can walk away at the end of the day a tax-paying person and hidden from the feds, as this game is all about crime. So let's take a look at right now at Ozark and we'll see what this game does, how it plays. Come back up, talk final thoughts right now. All right, let's talk wild, dark family drama. All right, so here is Ozark set up. Now, this wouldn't be set up right here, but everybody would get one of these 5 factions, or as many as you're playing. You'll get your influence tokens of your color. This will go to the conspicuous token, will go to the person who's the most suspicious, obviously my friend James. This marks the rounds, and then everybody will get the 8 action cards of their faction, faction. So, if you were to use, for instance, I believe that's the Kansas City mob, yep, your cards are as such. Now, everybody will have different cards, roughly do the same things, but there's power amounts on the top left. These are going to be kind of what wins you the opportunity bonus if you have the highest number for the round. These symbols are going to give you influence on the locations. The locations, you can add influence no matter where they are. So let's say I have this one, which is 2 yellows and a red. I could put 1, 2, and a red here, or I could do 1, 1, and a red there. So yellow, yellow, red. You can split it up like that. Plus you get to do the benefit at the bottom. So immediately copy the effects of up to 2 different properties you control. In order to control a property, you need to have influence up to this level. And if you're the highest and you're at that level, you'll get the start of round influence bonus, or the location bonus at the beginning of the round. If, however, someone passes you, they are now in control of this location, even if you're at the threshold. Now, 2 people can tie for the same, and you will split it. So all the cards will do different things. Gain an influence on each property you don't control. All players gain 30,000. If you have the conspicuous token, you also stash 20,000. So ideally what you're going to be doing, and again, everybody's cards are different. Everybody has a slightly different play style too. The Bird family is much more diplomatic about getting money and doing the actual laundering. The FBI is more about taking and manipulating other people's cards or other people's money. The point is to stash money, so you're laundering money, taking dirty money in. At the end of the game, you do not get to count your amount of dirty money. You only get to count what you've stashed under your player board. Almost always, the player board hiding those that stash money. That money can't be taken from. However, there are some things that will do it. Each of the factions also has a weakness. So for the Birds, if you have one of those 3 cards listed in your hand left over at the end of the game, you'll lose 50 grand of your stash money. The Navarro cartel, you have to have at least 250,000 stashed. If you don't, you lose 100,000. So everybody's got different types of weaknesses. You'll play until the end of 7 rounds, and the person with the most stash cash wins the game. So that's how you play Ozark. So that's it. Pretty straightforward. It's a simple, straightforward game in which you are playing as one of these factions and you're trying to win and you're trying to do all these things, but you're doing some, thankfully in this game, not that unsavory things. Now there's references to things in the show, and I've only seen 1 season, so I'm like, I don't know what that means. Especially when you're playing the Bird family, it's like, you must have this card out of your hand, and you're like, is that something kind of dark that happens later? I don't know. Point being is this. This game uses that same Netflix style art that's been happening lately that I've praised pretty heavily. I love this art style. It's sort of realistic, but also sort of hand drawn, and to me it's really well done. Like, I like the way these backgrounds and scenarios look. As far as the other components, there's not a lot to it. It's just the backgrounds and your card. The card art looks good. Now, what I like about this game, I like a lot about this game. I did not think I was going to like this game. Not because I don't particularly care about the show or whatever, but because I've been burned on some of these Netflix games, and I'm like, come on. This one's really good. This one is actually a really good game in which you're playing majorities, you're playing cards, kind of like Game of Thrones almost. You're playing one card, and it does, it has a power level, but it also has an action. And maybe do I play for the power level or do I play for the action? If I play for the power level, I get the bonus from the highest, but if I play for the action, it really benefits me more. Every single turn is like a push and pull of, man, should I play this? Should I do this? And to me, that is everything I need in a game like this. It's simple, it's quick, it's a fast-playing game. There are ramifications for the choices you make, and you have to protect yourself. So, Ozark is actually Ozark. I don't know. My mind is slipping right now. Of course, I'll know it later if you ask me later. But in this moment, filming, it's just falling out of my brain. And some of you say, Brian, don't you disrespect the game for playing that? Are you kidding me? No. These games are amazing. I love them all, and I'm going to mess up all their names all the time, just like movies, just like actors, just like songs. I'm going to butcher it. But I love gaming, and I actually really like this game. So go check it out. If you see this on your Target shelf or anywhere, this is a game to pick up. Don't run past it because you think, oh, Netflix game, it's just, it's going to be this. This one's a fun one. It's really well done. So I'm a big fan of Ozark's the game. Ozarks, there it is. Go check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, we'll see ya.